Hi, what you're about to see is a short video of the PNI Escort. This is the first CB that I bought this year after an absence from CB of, well, a long time. I saw the information about it being a 40-year CB return and a lot of people were coming back. So I bought the little PNI Escort 6500. And I had a lot of fun with it. That was the first radio I got. I got it in January. Had great fun with it, going up on all the local hilltops around North Wales where I live here. And I found quite a few people to chat with. The only criticism I've got of that radio is the speaker. The loudspeaker in it is absolutely microscopic. And as a result, the sound, it was difficult. It was difficult for an old guy like me to tell what was being said half the time. But with an external speaker in it, great, fabulous, really sensitive, couldn't fault it. And of course, it had the ability of going on both sets of legal channels now. It was really sensitive. The sensitivity is out of this world. And up on the top of the Welsh hills, where you got very little interference, oh, it was just fantastic what you could hear. Anyway, I finally got around to running it through the test equipment. I thought I'd see what it really performed like. And you can see the result of the test now. Today I'm having a look at my PNI Escort. This is the first of the legal CBs that I bought recently. I bought this at the beginning of the year, after seeing about CB becoming 40th anniversary, and I thought I'd have a look around and see what I could get, and I bought this little PNI Escort. I've not been inside it in any way, shape or form yet. I've deliberately avoided it because I wanted to see how it performed without any interference. So it's on channel 20, as you can see. And let's key up and see what happens. Keying up, and it should be on 27.79125, and it's 1743. So it's out a little bit in frequency. And what's the power? About 2.5 watts. So it's showing an output of 2.5 watts. And the frequency, instead of being 27.79125, it's what is it? About 500 cycles out. It's not a lot. It's pretty close to near enough spec, and from what I understand, there's nothing you can do about it. There's no way of altering that. But what is disappointing is the output power, 2.5 watts. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. Okay, well, let's do another test while we're in transmit, or doing the transmit side. Let's check the deviation. I'll just have to move things around a little bit. Let's have a look what the deviation is now. I'll make that that low noise I make, constant noise, to try and keep the meter from bouncing around. If I key up and try and measure it while I'm speaking, the meter is bouncing around all over the place, and that's hard to read. So we'll just try for constant noise. Key up. Meter's gone to the left. Here we go. So the deviation is pretty good then. As you can see, it's round about the 2.5. So we can't really fault the deviation, that's fine. And we can't do anything about the frequency. The only major criticism we've got so far then is 2.5 watts output is a disgrace. That's neither use nor ornament. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. Let's see what the sensitivity is like now. Let's set it up on the signal generator and see how sensitive it is. There we are. We're now looking at the cyanide meter. The cyanide meter is pretty much bang on that little green square on the bottom scale, which is the 12 dB cyanide level. Pretty much bang on. And looking at the level coming out of the signal generator, it's 121 dBs. Minus 121 dBs. Now if you want to convert that to microvolts, you can do, but it's not important. The modern way of measuring is dBs. Let's connect the I've now got it open, as you can see, and we're going to connect it to the watt meter. So everything is extremely tiny inside, not like the good old CB radios where you could actually swing a screwdriver around in them. With this, there's no room for anything much. So we will see what happens. Transmit. Switch, it helps if you switch it on. Transmit 2 and a bit watts. Now we're going to see if we can actually get a tool inside it. Nope. Nope. Oh, yeah, I think we might have something. Yeah. There we go. 4 watts. Exactly 4 watts. Well, so I'm happy. It's now transmitting 4 watts. It's 2.5 kcs deviation. Frequency as near as we can get it, because there's nothing to adjust. So we're happy. We shall now put it back together again. Put the lid back on. What a job. If anybody wants to know the torque screw size, it's a Marksman T6. Put it back together and call the job done. It's really scary taking this apart. There's no room in it for anything. I'm going to stick to radios that I understand. Done. Well, what more can I say? Had great fun with that radio. As you saw, the power level was a bit disappointing. I was surprised that I was only getting 2.5 watts or 2.25 watts out of it, but that was soon sorted out. Shouldn't have been necessary though. It was such a minor little adjustment that really should have been done by the makers. So what more can I say? I shall get out on the hills, get my hat on. Come on, now don't I look just like Burt Reynolds in Smokey and the Bandit? You know, or that other guy with his convoy. That's my identical twin. You know, Breaker 19, we've got us a convoy rubber duck. They are, you see, identical. Okay, have fun on CB. Talk to you all again.